You're listening to the Casca Grossa Podcast. A place where we discuss and explore all things about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, MMA, self-defense, and how Jiu-Jitsu can improve your life on and off the mats.
Hey, what's up, folks? Welcome back to another episode of the Casca Grossa Podcast. Thiago Caval here. This episode of the podcast, I want to talk about gratitude. Sometimes getting to a BJJ class can feel like it's another task in my to-do list. You know, things that I have to do during the day. I've got a full-time career, I've got a family, and other responsibilities that are not BJJ related. So at the end of the day, I start thinking, I have to go to train today. But really, what I should be saying is, I get to go to train today. You know, we forget sometimes that being free to go to BJJ class is like a luxury of time, leisure, and health. Time is a big issue for me. And if you have time to train today, you should be really grateful. You should really thank your wife, your kids, to allow you to go to train and have that leisure time. And I don't appreciate that sometimes. And it takes me not being able to train to fully appreciate it. What I mean is, if I get injured, you know, my neck is injured or my knee is injured, and then during this time, I'm going to fully appreciate, oh man, I really want to go to train. You know, I've got this injury here, my knee's hurting. I can't train at all. That's when you fully appreciate your time. I'm talking about the time you have in your hands to go to train. So when I had my knee surgery, I think it was 3 years ago, a long time, I was really pissed off, you know, because I couldn't go to train. Everyone in my gym, they were progressing, they were training, they were competing, and I was unable to train that time. It was really messed up in my head, you know. I was, oh shit, I want to go to train. I want to do this. And no more training for a while. Got really frustrated. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about. So John Danaher, I think he posted something about a serious knee injuries that forced him to have surgery and walk with, the cane. So he continued to teach classes, severely limited by his damaged knee. So John Danaher revealed that he was likely facing a knee replacement surgery that would forever limit his ability to do Jiu-Jitsu. Man, can you think about that? Can you imagine you not being able to train Jiu-Jitsu? It's the end. Kill me. And he also mentioned that he may not be even able to demonstrate positions. So reading Danaher's story, I really reflected. I kind of stopped and reflect my own attitude about Jiu-Jitsu. Again, I reflect about my attitude in Jiu-Jitsu all the time. And it's really one of the greatest things I have experienced in my life. So having my body to break down and prevent me from rolling again, it's really hard for me to think about it. I cannot imagine that. And that made me to rethink. You know, sometimes I do complain about being obligated to show up for BJJ class, you know. I love BJJ, but some days you feel like obligated. I'm sure you feel that way too. We're all humans. There are times that you don't want to go to train. You want to spend more time with your wife, with your family. That's what I feel. That's why when I come back from work, the first thing that I try to do when I get home, you know, talk to my wife, talk to my kids. And after that, I try to get all my stuff ready, organized, near the door so I can go when it's 5:45. I'll leave home and then I go to train. So I get everything organized. So going back to the casual complaints that I have sometimes when I'm not feeling 100%. So I can say I really need to be grateful to have a healthy body and have sufficient free time to get on the mat. So someday I will not have that luxury. It's going to be my last time. There will be less time for everything in life. Before you die, you will have the less time for everything. That's just a fact. We can't escape from that. But anyway, my point is to be grateful right now for things that you already have. Especially if you have time to train Jiu-Jitsu. Be grateful to have a beautiful family, to have kids, to have someone in your life to guide you, to have your parents. And the moment you have that gratitude in your heart, you are a rich person. Rich. You don't need anything else because you're already fulfilled for things that you already have. You're a rich person. So gratitude is really important to cultivate in every areas of your life. And you can apply that in Jiu-Jitsu as well. Be grateful for your time on the mats. Be present 100%. That's what I try to do. But like I said before, we always have those times that we feel obligated. And the only thing that makes you appreciate is when you're injured. Don't you think? That's how I feel. So remember, we do not have to train We are very fortunate that we can get to train. And when you go to train, your life experience will expand. You will make friends. You will learn new things. You will socialize with people. You will tap a lot of times. People will pass your guard, will smash you, and you're still going to love the guy. Not maybe after you're rolling, but you will understand the whole purpose of Jiu-Jitsu, which in my view is to become a better human being in this lifetime. That's what I think. You know, it's all about competition now, social media, all that kind of shit. But the really principle to learn from Jiu-Jitsu is to become a better human being. And that's it, folks. That's what I want to share with you today. You know, I'm really grateful for my time on the mats. I'm grateful for the family that I have, for my kids, for people that support me to go to train, support my dreams. And most importantly is to have a healthy body. Without a healthy body, you cannot train. So appreciate your body, appreciate your health, man. And ultimately, things that you have right now in your life. So this gratitude feeling sunk in my head the other day. It took me 37 years old, man, to realize that gratitude is the most important thing that you can have in this lifetime. You should be grateful for things that you achieved. You should be grateful to live in this world another day. Have you thought about that? Just wanted to express my gratitude to you to be listening to this podcast, allowing your time to listen to this and helping me to build my dream, to build an awesome BJJ community. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Before you guys disappear, please follow, subscribe, and leave a review if you can. And I want to thank you again for listening to this podcast, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace.